On Thai PBS World tonight, on the second day for the sensual debate, the opposition highlighted Uyghurs' deportation and alleged treatment for Thaksin against the Prime Minister. Alleged human trafficker becomes a minister, looming the cabinet. And foreign investment continues to increase while Trump's tariff is expected to hit Thailand next week. You're watching Thai PBS World tonight. I'm Fan Kanchi.
And I'm Nat Bunang, and we'll begin tonight with, of course, the no-confidence debate against Prime Minister Paetongtarn. And today is actually the second day, and there are so many topics that were up for debate. But let's give you a recap of what happened last night as well, because among the topics that were discussed is the deportation of the 40 Uyghurs. So last night, Fair Party MP Ganawi Sibsang criticized the ruling government for the forced repatriation of the Uyghurs, which went against the policy statement that Prime Minister Paetongtarn delivered to Parliament, especially on foreign policies. He also exposed a timeline prior to the deportation of the Uyghurs and criticized the Prime Minister for claiming that she had no idea about the details and that the Uyghurs were willing to return to China. He described the government's move like a movie depicting 73 days full of lies, where they have damaged the country's image on the international stage.
ภาพยนตร์เรื่องนี้73วันแห่งการโกหกหลอกลวงปู้ยี่ปู้ยำนโยบายการต่างประเทศของประเทศไทยสิ่งที่ท่านมาแถลงให้กับพี่น้องคนไทยทราบสิ่งที่ท่านมาแถลงให้เวทีระหว่างประเทศทราบว่าท่านจะไม่เลือกข้างท่านรู้ไหมว่าท่านเลือกข้างไปหลายครั้งแล้วครั้งนี้เป็นสิ่งที่ท่านเลือกข้างผิดท่านไม่เลือกข้างสิ่งที่ทำให้ประเทศไทยรอดพ้นจากผลกระทบต่างๆในเวทีระหว่างประเทศท่านโดนอะไรบ้างตั้งแต่มีการผลักดันชาวอุยกูร์กลับประเทศจีนในวันที่ 27 กุมภาพันธ์ 2568 การประณามในเวทีระหว่างประเทศไม่ว่าจะเป็นโดยรัฐบาลไม่ว่าจะเป็นโดยองค์การสหประชาชาติไม่ว่าจะเป็นกลุ่มสหภาพยุโรปการที่พยายามที่ตอนนี้เราพยายามที่จะมีความสัมพันธ์ในเรื่องเกี่ยวกับข้อตกลง FTA วันนั้นผมจำได้วันที่มารัฐสภาแห่งเนี้ยวันที่เราพยายามจะผลักดันในข้อตกลงของไทยกับ EU เนี่ยผมได้ยืนตรงข้างหลังเนี่ยท่านประธานท่านรัฐมนตรีว่าการกระทรวงต่างประเทศท่านก็นั่งอยู่ผมอภิปรายชัดเจนนะการตระบัดสัตว์ในประเทศเนี่ยมันเลวร้ายแล้วหากท่านไปตระบัดสัตว์ในเวทีระหว่างประเทศมันเลวร้ายยิ่งกว่า
In response, Deputy Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayachai criticized Ganawi that he raised the issue of Uyghurs because he has no experience being in the administration, which was why he criticized the issue without considering national security and the nation's benefits. He further explained that the repatriation of Uyghurs was based on Thailand's sovereignty, rule of law, national security, and human rights principles.
ปัญหาเรื่องชาวอุยกูร์เนี่ยเป็นปัญหาที่ตกค้างมานานมากจริงๆชาวอุยกูร์ที่เขาเข้ามาเนี่ยเขาผิดเรื่องการเข้าประเทศผิดกฎหมายแต่รัฐบาลไทยที่ผ่านมายังไม่สามารถแก้ปัญหาได้จึงได้ขังเข้ามาถึง11ปีซึ่งการขังเขาถึง11ปีเนี่ยก็เป็นเรื่องที่ผิดหลักมนุษยธรรมแต่ปัญหาของประเทศไทยคือเราอยู่บนทางสองแพร่งซึ่งล้วนแต่มีคนวิพากษ์วิจารณ์ทั้งสิ้นรัฐบาลที่ผ่านมาจึงไม่กล้าตัดสินใจโดยแท้แต่รัฐบาลนี้เป็นรัฐบาลที่อาสาเข้ามาแก้ปัญหา
Justice Minister Tawi Sot-song claimed that the Uyghurs who entered Thailand illegally were willing to return to China. He explained further that the Uyghurs were detained at the immigration detention centers in which the living conditions were poor, with some who fell ill and also died there. Therefore, the National Security Council say that they should be repatriated. He also insisted that the Uyghurs do not have a refugee status, or else Thailand would have received a letter from the UNHCR proving their status.
ชาวอุยกูร์กลุ่มนี้ไม่มีหนังสือจาก ข้าหลวงใหญ่ผู้ลี้ภัยสหประชาชาติที่เป็นหนังสือยืนยันสถานะว่าเป็นผู้ลี้ภัยเป็นเพียงผู้หลบหนีเข้าเมืองแล้วก็ตม.ก็ยังส่งหนังสือว่าถ้าจะเป็นผู้ลี้ภัยเนี่ย UNHCR จะต้องส่งหนังสือมาไม่ว่าเราจะถูกกดดันด้วยประเทศมหาอำนาจที่เขาผุยผลทางการค้าแต่ถ้าศักดิ์ศรีความเป็นมนุษย์ของคน40 คนให้เขากลับมีมนุษย์ที่ดีขึ้นสามารถยืนอยู่ได้ผมคิดว่าความยุติธรรมและศักดิ์ศรีความเป็นมนุษย์ย่อมมีความสำคัญ
And that was the debate related to the deportation of the Uyghurs, and the no-confidence debate continues today. So we begin with People's Party MP Pakamon Nun Anand, who criticized Prime Minister Paetongtarn for lacking leadership abilities, knowledge, maturity, determination to serve the nation, and only cared about the benefits of only her coalition partners. She further questioned why her policies are completely different from the Pheu Thai Party's election pledges, as if she has completely forgotten what she said before. One issue she pointed out was the Prime Minister's ignorance of serious issues, such as the PM 2.5 dust pollution, where she criticized how she posted photos of herself enjoying the cool breeze in Davos, Switzerland, while Thai people were suffering from air pollution, which reached hazardous levels when she was away.
เมื่อนายกรัฐมนตรีเดินทางถึงเมืองดาวอสประเทศสวิตเซอร์แลนด์ท่านก็โพสต์ภาพสวยๆของท่านนะคะเป็นสิทธิ์ของท่านค่ะโพสต์ภาพสวยๆลงบนอินสตาแกรมของท่านพร้อมกับคำบรรยายท่อนหนึ่งคืออากาศเย็นๆในขณะเดียวกันวันนั้นประเทศไทยคนไทยกำลังจมฝุ่น PM 2.5 ค่าคุณภาพอากาศในประเทศไทย190 AQI ที่สวิตเซอร์แลนด์ที่ท่านไป19 AQI เทียบให้เข้าใจกันง่ายๆคือค่าคุณภาพอากาศที่พี่น้องประชาชนคนไทยต้องสูดฝุ่นพิษเนี่ยแย่กว่า10 เท่าดิฉันเข้าใจว่าท่านคงสดชื่นที่ได้สูดอากาศเย็นๆแต่ท่าทีการสื่อสารที่มันตอกย้ำประชาชนมันไม่ควรเกิดขึ้นกับคนเป็นนายกรัฐมนตรีเชียงรายก็แล้วน้ำท่วมใต้ก็แล้วมาดาวอสอีกท่านไม่เรียนรู้เลยท่านเป็นตัวเองสุดๆเป็นตัวเองทุกวันแต่ไม่มีวันไหนเลยที่เหมาะสมจะเป็นนายกรัฐมนตรี
And Pakamon further criticized her handling of the scam call centers, where she said that many people fall victims every other day, to a point where China pressured both the Thai and Myanmar governments to solve the problem. She also questioned whether her handling came from their determination as a prime minister, or was it from the Chinese government? Later on, People's Party MP Rangsiman Rom took almost 2 hours to criticize Thaksin's alleged privileged treatment, especially his imprisonment on the 14th floor of the Police General Hospital without spending a single night in prison, his dubious illness, and his parole. He criticized the alleged privileged treatment of Thaksin, which undermines the rule of law, leading to people having no trust in Thailand's justice system.
การที่บิดาของท่านได้รับการดูแลแบบพิเศษ VVIP แบบนี้มันเกิดจากดีลปีศาจของท่านนายกใช่ไหมที่ทำให้พ่อของตัวเองเนี่ยได้รับสิทธิพิเศษเหนือกว่านักโทษคนอื่นเพราะการเจรจาต่อรองในดีลแรกประเทศโดยไม่สนใจกระบวนการยุติธรรมของท่านนายกใช่ไหมจึงทำให้เกิดระบอบอภิสิทธิชนตอนท่านแถลงนโยบายท่านบอกว่าจะฟื้นฟูหลักนิติธรรมและความโปร่งใสตัวท่านนายกกลับมาทำให้ครอบครัวอยู่เหนือกฎหมายแบบนี้แล้วท่านจะฟื้นฟูนิติธรรมและความโปร่งใสได้อย่างไรท่านประธานครับการออกไปรักษาตัวข้างนอกของบิดาท่านนายกหากปรากฏว่าเป็นการออกที่ไม่ชอบด้วยกฎหมายมันไม่ต่างอะไรกับการที่นักโทษแหกคุกนะฮะ
So these are just some of the highlights of the censure debate against Prime Minister Paetongtarn from last night and also today as well. So there are many issues here and there, whether it's her leadership abilities and giving privileges for Thaksin Shinawatra, even though they did not directly name Thaksin because it has been a rule not to mention his name. But then everyone could quickly understand that they were referring to Thaksin Shinawatra.
Yeah, because mentioning that name is not allowed in the parliament. And of course, this time People's Party's MP tried many measures and highlighted many points that actually Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra does not have the ability to lead the country. And of course, according to People's MP, Rangsimarong also talked about actually the exchange deals with Thaksin Shinawatra coming back to Thailand is a devil still there. So of course, we have to see some political analysts say that they haven't seen really a very strong point that People's Party can really chastise the Paetongtarn Shinawatra's administration there. But of course, we will see the no confidence vote very soon tonight or tomorrow morning, according to the session right now. We will wait and see.
Because the censure debate is supposed to end by midnight tonight, but if the opposition has not completed with their debate, it might be extended to another day, and that means the no confidence vote may be postponed to Thursday. But hopefully, we might get to see the vote tomorrow morning. But still on the censure debate, we see issues from the economic policies, their leadership abilities, but another issue that was up for debate last night was how a human trafficker was appointed as a minister in the Paetongtarn administration. People's Party MP Sahasawat Kumkong told Parliament late last night during the censure debate that he does not understand why Prime Minister Paetongtarn appointed a man to her cabinet who is alleged to have been involved in human trafficking. Without naming the person or his current position in the cabinet, the opposition MP claimed that the man was implicated by a Thai woman identified only as Mrs. Dorian, who operated an employment agency which sent Thai workers to pick wild berries in Finland. The woman, according to Sahasawat, was arrested by Finnish police on charges of human trafficking, and under questioning, she implicated the Thai labor minister in the demanding of kickbacks in return for the permits granted to Thai citizens who want to work in Finland. During the censure debate, Sahasawat showed images of the poor living conditions of a group of Thai berry pickers and a fruit basket containing a cardboard box stuffed with cash amounting to about 1 million baht, which was taken by Mrs. Dorian to the Labor Ministry as a kickback. The People's Party MP condemned the former minister for being a human trafficker and a criminal, and that prompted Parliament Speaker Wan Muhammad Noor to interrupt and to ask him to withdraw the word criminal. He claimed that the Finnish police had already sent Mrs. Dorian's testimony to the Thai government to be sent to the National Anti-Corruption Commission. And responding to the allegation, Deputy Commerce Minister Suchat Chomklin, a former Labour Minister, protested against the MP for implicating him in human trafficking and demanding kickbacks from Mrs. Dorian. In an apparent fit of anger, Suchat demanded to know where Sahasawat was sitting and told him to turn to him to listen to what he had to say while pointing his finger at the opposition MP. This gesture triggered a protest from a People's Party MP, prompting the House Speaker to ask Suchat to speak through him. Suchat denied that he had ever been involved in human trafficking or demanded kickbacks from employment agencies. Rather, he claimed that he had issued several measures to protect Thai workers from being exploited by employment agencies. He also said that he had been trying to contact Mrs. Dorian but could not locate her. How heated was that with this conversation last night?
And of course, you can see this is another controversy that we see in this cabinet that, of course, we haven't seen really an official report about this human trafficker as a minister right now in the cabinet, but it's a very huge allegation there.
Huge allegation, but think about how the People's Party MP exposed the details, but suddenly Suchat Chomklin just came out and said, who are you to put this allegation against him? So some people might be thinking, was he actually involved or not, especially with his reaction last night?
And of course, we have to wait for until the official reports there or documents. Of course, the People's Party already give some allegations there, but we are not sure right now it's true or untrue at this moment in this story. So we still have to weight of that. And right now, let's turn the page to the economy in Thailand, because foreign investment in Thailand unexpectedly surged in the first 2 months of this year, with a 68% increase in the number of projects and a 33% in investment value compared to the same period last year. According to government report, 181 foreign business investment applications were approved under the Foreign Business Act in the first 2 months of this year. This marks a 68% increase from the same period in 2024. Among these, 41 investment projects were granted approval through the foreign business license application process, while 140 received foreign business certification letters. Total investment reached 35.2 billion baht, reflecting a 33% rise from last year. Breaking down by country, Japan led foreign investment with 38 projects. China followed by with 23 projects. Singapore also had 23 investment projects, and the United States had also 23 projects, and Hong Kong ranked at top 5. Investment in Thailand's Eastern Economic Corridor, or EEC, was particularly strong. A total of 57 foreign investments were recorded in the first 2 months, making up 31% of total foreign investment. In terms of value, the EEC accounted for 50% of overall foreign investment. According to the government report, foreign investment plays a very crucial role in transferring specialized knowledge and advanced technology to Thai professionals. And also in the report, it reaffirmed that government's commitment to establishing Thailand as a leading regional investment hub, attracting high-value investments that enhance key industries, drive global competitiveness, and promote sustainable economic growth through knowledge and technology transfer to Thai workers. And especially this is a very positive news in this global uncertainties, because next week we will understand that if Thailand will be on Trump's list to get imposed with tariff. And right now, of course, FDI is very important too, because I just talked to Dr. Kirita Palpichi from TDRI, and she is the economist, always comment about Thailand's economy, and she said that FDI will be the silver lining for Thailand's economy.
And looking at these statistics, this is definitely good news for Thailand, because they have been attracting more foreign direct investment, which is actually one of the goals set by the government as well.
Yeah, and we will see if Thailand's GDP will really grow by 3% this year. But some, of course, like you said yesterday, some research center is already said that it's not possible, 2.5% this year. So we will see if FDI will boost Thailand's economy to that level. Another good news we have to talk about actually is Thailand's tourism industry, because right now it's still under recovery process. But just in first 2 months in 2025, we've seen more than 6.8 million tourists entering Thailand, and also boost over 400 billion baht for the revenue. The Ministry of Tourism and Sports has released its latest figures, revealing that more than 6.82 million foreign tourists visited Thailand in the first 2 months of 2025, generating over 400 billion baht in tourism revenue. The top 5 source markets remained unchanged, with Chinese visitors leading the way at over 1.03 million. According to the ministry's report, between 1st January and 28 February 25, Thailand welcomed more than 6 million international arrivals, an increase of 8.83% compared to the same period last year. Tourism revenue during this period stood at 333.9 billion baht, marking an 18.64% rise year on year. As of 17th March 2025, the total number of foreign visitors to Thailand had reached over 8 million since the beginning of this year, generating approximately 405 billion baht in revenue. And you can see, of course, China, Malaysia, Russia, India, and South Korea are those countries where tourists come to Thailand the most. And we've seen some positive recovery.
Yes, and you look at the Chinese market, it's still really large at the moment, because the top 5 sources, the top 5 source countries for international arrivals, China is still at the top with 1.1 million visitors. So even though there have been news stories that are quite negative and it has affected their trust in traveling into Thailand, it looks like it has remained the same.
Yeah.
So this is still good news, and the government has been trying really hard to attract more foreign tourists, especially that Songkran is around the corner.
And of course, TAT, Tourism Authority of Thailand, already set a goal at 40 million visitors this year. And we have seen some positive feedback there, just more than 6.8 million tourists. So we will see more coming.
Exactly. And that wraps up tonight's edition of Thai PBS World Tonight. Join us every Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. on Thai PBS World's Facebook and YouTube Live. And don't forget to follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories and analyses about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ